Hello everybody, this is Astocky here and welcome to another Let's Play of my Better Than Wolves pack. It's not really a pack, it's just Better Than Wolves plus the craft guide, but I think it's really cool, so that's why I'm playing another episode of it tonight. Since the last time I recorded, I haven't done a huge amount. I fed all of my dogs. Actually, I went through like more than half a stack of steak. I've put some extra torches up. You can see that all the redstone that I made in the last video I enclosed. That's going to annoy me. Somehow I managed to miss a bit. Break, 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 break. Better. I also had some mobs spawn and greet me, so I've put some torches up over the top. I've glassed it up a little bit as well. Oh, all grown. Bam. It's still not working 100%. It still seems to drop quite a lot of the hemp, but it works. You can see now I've added some windows up there. That's pretty much so I can tell when it's raining. I've also, excuse me, I have updated this little bit just here, and the reason for that is now I can do this. I can come down here, head over, place a whole lot of hemp in there, then not wanting my machine to break, I can come upstairs, hit the switch, it'll start grinding up the hemp and I can look out, have some nice view of, actually I watched the sunrise this morning at these windows, but yeah, I can, watch the sky, make sure it's not raining, make sure everything's all good, let it grind and then turn it off when I'm finished, head back down. Like I said, I do intend to fix this so that it'll be automatic. When I want to do it, it'll just happen, but that's going to take me a little while to get to. Oh, look at that, ground up a heap of it already. And like I said, a little while to get to is what I planned for this episode, because lots of wheat coming back. Like I said, I went through pretty much every bit of steak that I had, and I realised I'd forgot to be breeding my animals, so I threw about 50 odd pieces of wheat in here. So, get away from the edge, get away from the edge, get away from the edge. Wow, 2 blue sheep. Nice. Don't know what I'm going to do with blue wool. Oh, and the other thing I've been doing, and this is where most of the meat went. Come down here. Ready. We have poop! And we have cobble, because every now and then I accidentally knock some cobble in. But look at that. 9 pieces of poop. This mod does weird things to people. I have never been so excited about poop before. The fact that it calls it dung, I really think you should be able to get cattle. Now, apparently there's it's not a bug, but there's a thing you can do in the game where you can smear your your sheep, sorry, your white sheep, you smear them with dung, and it makes them brown, so you can get brown wool off them, or at least I think that's what it does. Okay, so pretty much what I intend for this episode anyway is, not entirely sure how I'm going to do this. 10 blocks of dirt, that should be enough. I'm going to go down here. Excellent. I'm basically going to run from this block just here. I'm going to run a redstone signal. I'm going to place a lever just here. And then my intention is to run a redstone signal from that point up, and then have it go all the way up, and then come around the back here. Ow. Ow, I fell in my hole. So if it come up here, come around, somehow meet up with this bit here. I don't actually have an area where I can really run it all the way up, so it's a bit of a bummer. I'm thinking just here beside the axle and then run it all the way up, and clearly with redstone that's not easy to do, So I thought, let's make an episode of me fooling around with redstone and see what happens. So what I'm going to need is lots of redstone torches. Luckily, I made way too many sticks. I'm going to start with 16 and lots of cobble and see how I go from there. I'm not 100% sure this is going to work. What I'm also going to do is I just have this feeling I'm going to need repeaters. So I'm going to make... Where's my smooth stone gone? 3... I'm going to make 2 repeaters. Just because I have this crazy feeling that I'm going to need more repeaters. Now I'm going to need levers as well, so 2 of those. So the basic idea is to place... Any poop? I'm going to stop looking for poop soon. I know I need a fair bit of it for... Actually, what do I need it for? Let's go for tanned. Tan leathers need to make bellows, so I need 3, and then I need to make belts, and I need it for the gimp mask, and the leather vest, and the chaps, and the boots. You can make twice as many books with it, or picture frames, and you can use it to make glue. So, there's a couple of things I can use it for, but none of which I really need right now. Whoa, some weird laggage there. Okay, so that's going to be the block that's powered, which should mean if I attach... No, the block below this is going to be powered. I think what I'm going to have to do is put a redstone torch on the back of that block, and then if I place my lever here, hopefully we'll see. Okay, so right now redstone torch is on, redstone torch is off. Perfect. That is the starting point. Now the next thing I need to do is work out how not to fall in this hole. I need to place a block of cobble directly above the redstone torch, and I think that's going to be a little bit difficult. Maybe I'll be alright though. Nope. Not my day, unfortunately. Okay. Maybe I can do it from here. Okay, there we go. So, when the redstone torch is on, that block will be powered. Excellent. And so we place a redstone. So we place a redstone torch on top of that, and then we place a block on top. Then we place a redstone torch on top of that, and then we place a block on top. Now from this point we have to work out some way to get it closer to the center, and I believe, not 100% sure on this, I believe I can just run across the top of this gearbox, and if I place a block here, that will power the block. So that redstone torch is on. Let's check how this works, see if I'm on the right track so far. Flick the lever. Torch is off. Excellent. I'm 2 for 2 so far. Actually, let's turn this to the off position because we want it to put a redstone signal to the generator at the top. Sorry, to the gearbox at the top when it's on. Sorry, when it's in this position, which is up, which is off. So the next question is, how do I get myself into a spot where I can I jump high enough? Maybe not. What if I go... That didn't seem to affect it. Excellent. And I'll break that one later. I can. This is going to be a continuous bugbear. Okay. The only way I can think of that this is going to work is if I get loads of sand. So I want a quick way to get back down. Also means I'm going to need to use this pile of sticks I have to make another shovel, because I'm going to break it otherwise. Shovel. Just looking for this shovel head for some reason, which makes no sense. Ah, come on. I need to label these chests. 64 blocks of sand. I've been using gravel a lot lately, but my hit ratio for starting with a stack of gravel is dwindling. I'm not going to heal if I fall. Look at all this bad planning. Come on. Got a chest full of food, and I'm not eating any of it. That was my non-feed to the dog steak. Okay. This time I got this. Hoping it's going to work. Video's been going for 11 minutes so far. I'm really hoping that it's going to work out for me. Ah, darn it. Darn it. Got to regress. Ah, sand breaks. Bad sand. Okay, have to start with cobble for the first block then, it looks like. And then we'll go from sand from that point. So, torch. Nope. On the block, because we need it to be powered. And then sand. And then doot, doot. I'm sensing this is working. Okay, there we go. And torch. And torch. We're getting close to the top now. And block. And torch. And block. I think we're there, and I think, yep, from the sounds of things, yep, I just totally broke my lever. So, fill that in to the bottom. One shovel down. Plenty more where that came from. Okay, so everything is now on. Okay, this is on. This is not on. That's in the off position. Okay, so in the off position that's good because it shut this gearbox off, which is just great, but for some reason it hasn't shut the gearbox off up the top. So time to head back up. Is the signal inverted one too many times? Yes, it could be. I know exactly what's going to happen if I do that, so let's not do that. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's not taking the signal the way that it should. So what that means is I'm going to have to do something funky here to try and bring the signal up to where I want it. We want to basically have a repeater that jams the signal into that point there to make sure that it gets it correctly. Okay, so we have our torch there. It's an unpowered torch. Okay, so we're also going to need to do an inverter. So we take the man. Okay. Change your game plan. Okay. Place that there. Place that there. Now we have a powered torch. Let's start with the powered torch. So we're going to come up this way here. And we're going to go round. Whew. Now I believe what I want to do is just stick the redstone straight in the side of it. Okay. No, give me that back. Give me it. Okay, perfect. So, we now have a rather complicated system. I'll grant you that. But we now have, when this lever is up, the system is off. We flick the lever. Takes a little while. Bam! Everything is on. Now we need to do the same thing over this side for the other one. Now thankfully it's going to be a bit easier because I've already run the trunk all the way up the top. All I really need to do now, see I've already run that, all I really need to do is connect the signal for this one and just basically jam it into that block. It's going to be harder than I thought. You're the central point, so let's go. Gonna have to extend the base of this just a little bit. Otherwise it's gonna look, well, I think I'm already entering into the territory of it's gonna look crappy. But come on, I just broke a torch. I know there's one here. Okay, so now fix that. Okay. So now theoretically we should have plenty of room to run our signal. Theoretically. Okay. Okay, so we want redstone torch on the back of the block, cobblestone above it. Perfect. Now we'll put a lever here. Now you're in the off position, so we want you to be in the on position. And hopefully, see that's driving a signal in. The problem is that means with either of them in the off position it's not going to work. Yep. I was thinking of doing some kind of AND gate, but yeah, the problem is because of the way I've just driven it straight into the block from here straight in, it's not going to work like that. What I really need is some kind of OR gate. Yeah. Well, I think in that case I've just saved myself a bunch of effort. It's a bit of a bummer that I'm only going to have one lever, but I think for the amount that I do this, yeah, I think I'm going to cope. Come on, get out of the water. Break that. Okay. So what have we got in here? Wow, lots of hemp. So that's going to be my switch that's going to turn everything on. Make sure it still works. About a 10-20 second delay as all the redstone torches change state. Bam, working. Now my next objective was to try and find some way that I could let myself know if it's raining. I was hoping that I could just, yeah, about here, see what's directly above me. Oh, dirt's good. Cobble. Okay, that looks like part of my building. Ah, it's my doorway. What an annoying place to have that happen. The lack of symmetry would drive me crazy if I put that just there. But that's where I'm going to put it eventually, but it's going to take some time for it to get there. So for now, hopefully I've got some more glass, just the one block. Basically I want a way to be able to look straight up and see the sky. Having said that, that's above me anyway. Yeah, this may be a lost case, but let's just see how we go. I want to be able to look up and see if it's raining. That's my goal. And it'd clearly be the best solution if that was a direct window straight to the sky. I don't want to break another gearbox, because you lose your redstone when you break gearboxes. I didn't realize that. I mean, I clearly do now, but at the time I didn't. Just one more piece of glass. Part of the reason I made the back of my windmill a little bit large was I had this Take two. Had this crazy feeling I was going to need to run some complicated redstone wiring up there to get it to maybe invert a signal or do something weird. But that turned out a bit easier than I thought it would, so that's good. Nice. But I can't put you on there. Nice. So yes, I have a bit of a convoluted, complicated setup. But if it's raining and I'm looking up, I don't think I'm going to see anything much. The idea is that I can stand somewhere here. I can see the sky. Maybe that'll help. Can I reach it? And I can reach it from here too. Well, let's turn it on. Turn it on. Excellent. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do, I want to do a second lever. So let's say I'm here and I've got that running downstairs and I go, oh no, it's just started raining. Whack. Everything goes off. Everything goes back on. So I've got like an emergency override. I'm liking the way this is working now. So, that was really what I wanted to do this episode. I thought it was going to be... that's a planned hole for later. Just going to place a piece of dirt there so I remember. Haha, creeper. Oh, wow. It's a creeper family reunion. Wonder if I can piss them off a bit. Eh. Nope, didn't even notice. Hey! Stay away from my wall. Now, something else that has changed, other than like the buckets and the bread and the other stuff that I've said so far, something else that has changed in this mod is the fact that now you can't feed rotten flesh to wolves. They just won't eat it. They're like, no way, we're so much better than rotten flesh. So, yeah, that's just something you got to put up with. It's definitely not raining, but I'm going to go check on my dogs, and that means I'm going to be away, so back it off. And you can see that it keeps going for a little while, and then it should silence, but it keeps where it's up to. And I have heaps of hemp now. So the next episode, make sure we got more. Look at that. 2 more poops. This is the bit where I keep losing my cobble. So yeah, in the next episode, I'm going to start by making automatic feeding dispensers for my dogs here, so that I can, instead of having to break the wall and then do that. I'm basically going to put a dispenser here facing towards the dog so it fires the food at the dog and they'll eat it. And my cobble will come back eventually. So that's going to be my first thing to do, and that way I don't have to basically keep opening. I can just put cobble in the back and make sure everything's set up. And then the next thing I'm going to do is head to the nether, because to really progress any further in this mod, now that I have full-time mechanical power, I know I'm going to need blaze dust. I don't exactly know what the next tier is that I should be really aiming for, but I know I'm going to need blaze dust. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. Astocky out.